Job step.
Creating the oil of Glorby.
Steed.
Chub. Step.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the king of the jungle.
You look lovely. Is that blouse from Ann Taylor?
No.
Well, someone should tell Ann Taylor because they have a very similar one.
What are you even trying to go for with this?
I shop for Chrissy and Ann Taylor. I'm just saying, I think they'd be very interested in knowing that someone's selling a cheaper version.
How do you know this was cheaper?
Because I shop for Chrissy at Ann Taylor, idiot!
It could be nicer, dillweed.
It's not!
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And the show has started.
Hello, welcome back. We're back into our normal setup here.
Yeah, normal routine. So you can watch this one on YouTube once we get there. Steed changing backgrounds. Oh, now you can see.
I messed up. I was trying to.
I thought you were just trying to prove that you weren't in a hot dog place.
Okay. All right. Well, I am trying to prove that, but I was trying to add a little bit of like makeup onto my face just so that because right now my screen is just blasting me with light and it makes me look really pale. So I was trying to I have touch up my appearance on and adjust for low light is on, but it's just blasting me with light. I'll have to live with it. Sorry, YouTube watchers.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. See, people will be okay with that. But yeah, we had a good Chub Step 400 to flub it up Chub. That was great. If people have not heard that, check that out. We're going to do a little shorter show today because I'm doing this late. Steed, before we got too far, I wanted to do a correction from a couple episodes ago. I had said that Chub Step Banks pointed this out, but I had said that my old middle school, Haynes Middle School, was destroyed. Apparently what happened, I looked into this, there was plans to level this, plans to destroy it. Those never went through, and you can actually still they rent out like the gymnasium and stuff like that. So it's still, and it's not a school anymore, but it's still, the building still exists.
You still can view it if you would like.
If you'd like. Chub Step Banks also had a point about the I talked a couple episodes ago how my great grandma left us a note, a bunch of things about her life. And in this pre-written book where you just filled out the answers, it said, "What did you think about the moon landing?" And she said, "I don't think we should have gone." So I said, "Why?" We were all like, "Well, this is, insane. Why would she write this and no explanation?" Right. So what he told me, he said, about half of Americans were against going to the moon because of the waste of taxpayer money for a big measuring contest factor. Basically, just prove they're better than the Russians. And maybe that's what the grandma was thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I get that, but get over it. You just got color TV. You're living in the future.
I know. And I get it. Yeah, is it a big waste of money? But I think America wastes a lot of money on a lot less cool things.
Yes. Refrigerators, washing machines.
Actually, in her letter thing, she said one of her favorite things was like the invention of some of the big appliances because it made her life so much easier.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah,
that's true. I've been living without a dishwasher, and every time I gotta wash like a single plate, I'm about to just smash it against the wall.
Yeah, exactly.
It infuriates me. Jay, I also got an update from Chub Step Banks too. He's full of them this week.
Oh no!
This is in response to the pants urinal debates.
Oh, okay. Yes. This is just for those are, it's a reminder. We were asking people, or more my friend Chub Step Dave was asking people, do males that are using the urinal, do you unbutton and then unzip your pants to go to the bathroom, or do you just unzip, fit your phallic genitalia through the zipper,
straight through the zip?
Yeah.
Yes. So what he brought up, great point. He brought up a belt.
Mm-hmm.
He said if he's wearing a belt, he won't take the belt off. He'll only use the zipper.
Oh, okay.
And he did concede it's not the best option.
Yes.
But the addition of the belt, you know, you got the buckle, you gotta rope that off sometimes. It's tough. So he goes zipper only when he has a belt on.
Okay, that and it does. You're right. That's actually it's a good point. I still don't. I still undo the belt, but I get that sort of thing where it's like, well, just one extra step I got to do.
Yeah, it's another thing.
Yeah.
Another thing to get tangled.
Exactly.
So yeah,
So-
that's a lot of updates from him.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. And that's what, hey, we like that. If any listeners have other updates to us, email the show, chubstep.podcast@gmail.com. So, Steve, one update. Well, this is an update. This was something following up from we talked about St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
When me and Chubstep Nava were going to the parade, I talked about how crazy that was. I don't know if I don't think I mentioned this, but there was a few kids there. When I say kids, they were just younger than me. They were still probably over 21 or maybe a little younger, but around there. And they had these gallons, these plastic
they're
jugs.
doing the gallons. Come on, TikTok.
You know about this?
Yeah, it's the gallon,
Okay, so-
the Team
so you-
Gallon thing.
Okay, so I'm not on TikTok, so it sounds like I'm an old person.
I've
saying,
never
"I'm
seen
on
a TikTok
Facebook."
about it. I don't
Not
even know
on
how I
Facebook.
know about this.
Okay, so I thought you liked the dancing girls on TikTok.
I do. I'll show you. You want to hear? I'll pull up TikTok right now, and we'll just listen to my first. God, this is gonna be horrible. I don't even
Okay.
want to do this.
We'll do that.
All right. My name is Jared, and I am opening my TikTok.
Ah.
Oh, it's a dog ad. Hang on, this is an ad.
Okay.
Whoops. I don't.
I saw that disgusting pervert. That's absolutely unacceptable.
Okay, so what you've just witnessed, it's a girl. She's wearing a very short skirt, fishnet leggings, showing some serious midriff. And
Okay.
the caption is when he adjusts himself after hugging you,
I
implying
see.
he's got a boner.
Well, it could be implication. Could be
Uh,
an implication of that. Could mean
yeah.
something else, but
I DM'd her.
okay, good. Okay.
And I said
So-
adjusting myself right now.
So your TikTok is probably different, very different than my wife's TikTok. But that's okay. See, you know, everybody's got their own version of it. But
Yeah.
so apparently on TikTok, there's this thing going around called the Borg. Do you know what this is?
Yeah, it's you get your gallon, and I think they probably do it like, you know, a baby version of the jungle juice we used to make
Yeah.
when we were kids.
Yes.
But yeah,
So-
it's just you dump a bunch of vodka in a gallon jug.
Exactly. So we had me and Chubstep Nava were there, you know, at this thing, and we're a little older, so we don't. There's again a bunch of younger people doing this. So Chubstep Nava messages VDog, who's been on the show, certified expert in everything, and he said, "What is a fork?" And Chubstep, VDog's response was, "That's a Glorby turned Gleem,"
Ooh.
which is one way of looking at it, right? It could be a Glorby turned Gleem, or what other people are calling it is a blackout rage juice, blackout rage gallon, BORG. So that's what Borg stands for. So these just gallons, this blackout rage gallon, and we saw quite a few people with them at the parade.
That's crazy. They're just doing that
Yeah.
in public. Not an easy thing to hide.
Well, because it's all like these crazy neon colors and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's
So,
why I don't
like,
think it's that strong.
Yeah, so I watched a few of these videos on how to do it, and you're right, see, it is kind of like a jungle juice, but it's like a public jungle juice. It's like your own personal jungle juice. It's not like Punch Bowl style or in like
Yeah, you don't have the cooler.
the cooler or whatever it is. So you fill up your own, but it was like people are pouring vodka, then they'll pour in like a liquid IV, then some sort of
You're not
some
supposed
sort
to
of-
hydrate in those.
well, that's how that's so you
Kids
don't get a
these days
hangover.
are
That's what they
weak.
said.
They're
I know.
weak.
I
You
agree.
need the hangover to toughen you up.
Exactly. They used to just give us caffeine. There's four locos. You just need the caffeine that way you could just
Yeah,
last
kill
longer.
you.
You weren't trying to hydrate yourself. You were
They-
just supposed to last longer.
They had to make our drinks illegal.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of hangovers, Jay, I was extremely hungover on Sunday. After you invited everybody over for a party that started at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
Like
Day party,
a
Darty.
psychopath does.
Yeah. Well, can I tell you my thought behind that
Yeah,
before you get into what your thing was? So my thought is I didn't give people a lot of heads up. It was kind of like, hey, we're gonna do this in like a week or two. So most people, if they have weekend, party plans or things type plans, that's usually evening, nighttime plans. So it's like, okay, you could still come over during the day and then go do whatever you want after.
Okay.
And then I figured there was always going to be people that are going to be showing up later and stay later. But it's
That was
more
me.
like, hey,
Yeah.
it was kind of an open house type thing, like come in when you want, leave when you want. So that was our thought behind it. But the problem is, yeah, like you're saying, you might also start early and then it just goes on for 10 hours.
Yeah, like I think you did. Your wife went to sleep for a while.
Yes. Yeah.
You were doing some really good dancing.
Well, that's implied no matter what. So yeah.
And yeah, I don't drink like binge drink a lot anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was like, I woke up and I was like, I gotta go home. I think I was still feeling some effects when I drove home because I wasn't hungover. Then I got home and just couldn't move.
Yeah. Yeah, that did happen to one member of my family that I will, keep out of my mouth here. Somebody that lives with me in this house also might not have gotten out of bed for a long time.
Hey, it happens.
It does happen.
Did you think my Irish accent was offensive?
I think it was tasteful enough.
Okay.
Accents are tough to like. You want to do it where it's supposed to be funny. Accents are kind of always meant to be funny. Other than acting, when you're like literally trying to be somebody else, when you're doing an accent, it is supposed to be like a comical thing. So like it's a borderline of like, and I do that accent where it's not offending the group that I'm trying to do it for, but also it's funny.
Yeah. I wanted to do it last episode, but we were in public.
Yeah.
And I was nervous that there was some Irish guys behind me and they were going to take me out to the paddy wagon.
Well, my great grandma is 100% Irish. So I can give you free reign to do whatever Irish accent you want.
Okay. I'm going to do one line here. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Do you think it's wrong to bring up the troubles?
Troubles of Irish people?
No, the troubles, like the terrorist army guys.
They were IRA.
The IRA.
Yeah. No.
Okay. All right.
Instead, we bring awareness.
It's done. They're finished, I think. Top of the morning to ya. Hope the troubles didn't get you mad. You mad? It went a little Boston at the end.
Okay. Yeah. What's the problem? A lot,
the troubles didn't get you mad last night.
Oh, there's some good parts there.
Sorry. I'm done.
It's okay, Steedle. That's my problem is when I'm doing a British type of accent, I get stuck between like British, Australian, Irish. Like they're so similar that it's tough. Like I say one little word the wrong way, and then all of a sudden I'm in a different accent. So
English speaking people minus Americans all sound the same.
Who's in charge? Me or the devil? I think I'm in charge.
We do have a fun thing that Chubstep Nava did that put together the top action movies, and it's in a March Madness style bracket. So what I'm going to do is, I think before next week's episode, I'm going to put those on Instagram and have people vote, and then we'll talk about our votings on that, Steed, and that'll be something we're going to get to for next week.
That'll be fun. All right. Do you want a topic about hell or primates?
Primates.
All right. I came across a video. Let me send you this link right now. Did I send you this last time?
No.
Yeah. So this is a guy in China.
Yeah.
And he gets in a brawl.
Did he have a wig that they took?
No. That's just his hair. He's like a martial arts guy.
Okay.
And
cool guy.
the baboon tries to mess with his cool hair.
Yeah.
It's like,
do not touch this guy's hair.
Length. Yeah. And this guy just starts swinging on this monkey. Like fist up, swings at the monkey. One monkey goes down. Another monkey comes up. He takes a swing at the other monkey. Other monkey comes back. He takes another swing at this monkey. It
Why
was
is there so many people filming this? There's like 10 angles of
because
the same
he's
thing.
obviously a cool guy, and they were just getting his pick, with the monkey
Gotcha.
too. So he's like, "Oh, cool, it's the monkey."
That's fair.
I like the rogue monkey that comes from the side too.
Yes.
Like, there's the first monkey that he does pet the monkey first, and then the monkey tries to pet him back in this video.
Yes.
And then he just starts to beat the shit out of the monkey. You don't pet this guy back. And then a monkey friend comes in, and that monkey almost got pieced up too. So obviously this set me down the path of what primates can I beat up?
Yes. Okay, good. Do you have a where you draw the line and where you can and where you can't?
Yeah. So that guy was fighting like a pretty small. He was fighting like a 8 ranked primate.
Okay. Who's doing the ranking? What is this rank on?
I'm just gonna go by size, and I'll tell you what size I think I can beat.
Okay.
So you've got your smaller monkeys. Your siamang, that's a monkey. They're little guys. They're like 30 pounds. I could work these guys. They have long arms. They have feet. I could smash them into the ground. I'd whip them around by their little arms, straight into a tree, knock them down. You've got your langurs, gray langurs, Hanuman langurs, whatever.
I'm gonna do pictures on YouTube so people can see this.
Yeah, you could just knock these monkeys, knock them about.
Okay.
You've got your proboscis monkey. It has a stupid looking nose. Punch it in the nose. It's done. So that's out of the biggest monkeys in the world.
That nose is ridiculous on this monkey.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. That's a big weak point. Jay, we can't show this on YouTube.
Why?
Look at the left picture.
No, I mean people are gonna see that. I'll just cover it up with my little thing.
Okay. Wait, how did I get in here? I'm in your screen now.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, I wanted to get back to my screen. Okay, I did it. So after the proboscis monkey, this is where you run into some trouble. Okay. You run into the baboon family.
Okay.
And top 10 biggest monkeys, 7 through 5, all baboons. They're big boys. Like getting up to 100 pounds.
Yeah, and they have a scary yell. Like the mouths is scary. Scary mouths.
Scary mouths. Like big fangs. That's your main problem as we move up the list here is the fangs.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you'd be able to overpower a baboon.
Sure.
And you could outsmart it. But it's it's like a dog with just alligator jaws. It's taking a lion in this picture. Well, or he's grooming it, but it looks like he's gonna eat it.
Okay, so baboons is where you draw the line. You don't think you could take it?
I don't know. Like, I want to say I could take a baboon.
Okay.
It would be like I'm not saying I come out unharmed. I might be down an arm, but I'm hoping the baboon gets into an arm, and then I can work, maybe break his legs or something.
Okay.
Where you run into the real problems is chimpanzees.
Okay.
Now these look less scary. They're cuter. They look cute.
Yeah.
But unless you look at that picture on the right, that chimpanzee's ripped. And they're pretty similar to humans. Sure. They're supposed to be 4 times as strong as humans. But it's not actually true.
Human, not me.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're so much smaller, right? I'm putting down 200. And you're telling me that a little 100-pound chimpanzee is gonna be stronger than me? No shot, fam.
Yeah.
I mean, this little weasel in this picture, he would get beaten by the chimpanzee.
Exactly. I gotcha. Okay, so chimpanzee is, but most of the time you might lose though.
This guy did a whole article.
Okay.
I read about. I mean, it's long, and he says that a UFC fighter would have a 20% chance of beating a chimpanzee in a fight.
Wow.
And the main problem is that the chimpanzee has no problem biting your face off. Is
Yeah,
what
he's
this
got
guy
no
said.
he's got no code.
He said you'll
He's got
bite your
no
face
code.
off and your genitals off. He kept mentioning the chimpanzee is going to bite your genitals off, and I was like, "What the?"
Like that's where
Aim for-
I mean, they know.
Why is he going straight for my genitals?
Yeah.
He did say if you do get into a fight with a chimpanzee, you're gonna want to put it in a chokehold because it's too dumb to know it's in a chokehold. So
Like it doesn't realize somebody's behind it choking it.
yeah, it won't know that that's gonna kill it. He's just like,
Yeah.
oh, somebody's hugging my neck.
Gotcha.
But this thing's gonna try and bite your face off. The good news is you can probably outrun it marathon style because we have better endurance than chimpanzees. So if you do get chased by one, or you're in a fight, maybe this is a good strategy. Run around the ring a bit. Just keep running around the ring, and then you'd be able to take this chimpanzee down.
Okay.
So that's, I mean, there's bigger ones. There's actually only like 2 bigger ones. You got
Gorilla,
your
interesting.
orangutan. Actually, I think you could probably beat up an orangutan because they're slower and they got these weird weasel dinner plate faces.
Yeah. It's a dinner plate face.
Like, I don't know what happened. Somebody smushed them for millions of years in evolution, and they got that. And then the next biggest one is your gorilla, and you're not beating a gorilla.
No
They're
chance.
500 pounds.
No
And,
chance.
Yeah, your best option against a gorilla is becoming its wife. So
Okay. Okay. And are there certain things that gorillas are into sexually that you could do to please it, or
yeah, I think you want to lay on the ground and just put your legs up,
Okay.
like in the air. Try and reach them behind your head.
Okay. So flexibility. They like
as you're
flexibility.
wiggling in a rotating motion counterclockwise, because that's going to get them going. They're going to be intrigued by the counterclockwise motion,
Okay.
and they'll be like, "Oh," and they'll get closer and closer. I'm
But
assuming
clockwise would be bad, right? You would not want to go clockwise.
no. If you go clockwise, he's gonna just take your head off in one swipe.
So be careful of
his
that.
gorilla hands.
Be careful of that. Well, thank you, Steve. That's
No problem. I'm checking gorilla penis size just to make sure you guys can handle it. 3 to 6 centimeters long.
Centimeters.
I'm not joking. Erect
Oh my
gorilla
God.
penis, only 3 to 6 centimeters. You're gonna be fine. Become its
I think
wife.
I would just start like laughing that it's
Yeah, this. I'm
size
seeing
and just
2
be like, hey.
inches
what I would do is just trying to shame it for having small genitalia.
until it like kicks you out.
Yeah, it's like, get out of here.
Yeah,
Get
so
out of here.
he comes and starts making love to you, and then you're like,
Yeah.
check this out.
Yeah.
500 pounds, but not where it counts. Then he'll cry, and you'll
So
get
cry, yeah, as he's crying, you find your escape.
you just walk away at that point.
Walk away. So speaking of crying, Steed, I was watching, I watch TV as a lot of people do, movies. And one thing I was thinking about is whenever somebody is in trouble, this is more a couple in a relationship, whenever they're in trouble, the man gets kicked out of the bedroom.
Mhm.
Let's say the guy does something bad, he gets caught cheating, he's a piece of shit, whatever it is, right? He gets kicked out of the bedroom. He never sleeps in another bedroom in the house. And I would say a big portion of houses or couples, I would say, that live together have more than one bedroom. A lot of couples that live together have more than one bedroom. But you never see the husband sleeping in another bedroom. He's always sleeping on the couch. And I was just, so I was like, oh, it's to the couch for me.
So this could be a strategy to get back in the bed, in the big bed, in the prize bed. Because if you go and sleep in another bedroom, I don't feel bad about that.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like almost a good thing. It's like, oh, that's probably nice to not have somebody kicking you and stealing your blankets and warming the bed up.
Yeah.
I like a cold bed. All right.
Yeah.
I need a foot of space minimum.
So you think it's like I kind of I'm shaming my partner into like I'm sleeping on they don't want me in here, but I'm gonna sleep on the couch because it's kind of shitty. I could be sleeping in like another queen bed, a room over,
with
but I'll just sleep on the couch.
Really comfortable duvet on it.
Yeah, I
was leaving the couch. You'll feel bad for me, I get to complain about my back in the morning.
Exactly. The couch is shitting my back. But do you think you could take it even a step further and just like sleep in the hallway?
What about the garage?
Sleep in the garage. Well, it's a good point. I have slept in the hallway before on an air mattress in a hallway before.
Yeah, not when you're in the doghouse.
No, not when I'm in the doghouse. But like, I'm just saying, if your goal is to get back in the bed and you want to make your partner feel bad, I feel like I know what you're saying. The couch is a good in between, but I feel like maybe you could take it even further, and like, you're sleeping in the bathtub, or you're sleeping. You mean just, or even actually, what the probably best case scenario is, you make it look like you're sleeping. Like, oh, I'm gonna go. I'm basically, you wake up a little bit before she does, go to like the most uncomfortable place you could find, set up a pillow and a blanket there, and like she comes back and you're on like the kitchen counter sleeping, and she gets up at 6 a.m, so you get up at 5:45 and move over there from the bedroom,
Go underneath the table. Get the table, no blanket, just
yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she comes and you're rattling the chairs. You're like, oh shit, sorry, you woke me up.
This, you can go too far though with this, because if you do something like sleep under the kitchen table, she's gonna see you in a whole new light as just some pathetic, useless.
That's a good point. You're right. Maybe this is why the couch is good.
Yeah,
you don't want to view your Sigo as like somebody that's like trash, like a trash person that just.
I didn't let you sleep in the bed, so this is what you did.
This is what you went through.
You crawled into the kitchen cabinets because it made you warm. Yeah, I don't know about this.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's why the couch is the perfect thing.
Yeah, couch is it's logical.
It is. It's logical. It's a good in between. Makes the person feel bad. You still get an okay night's sleep. Okay, I'm fine with it.
Back to the couch. I got a comfy couch now, so
most couches are okay. The only couch that I've ever been on that was just terrible, my Chubstep Dave I mentioned earlier, he had bought this couch online without ever sitting in it. And it was kind of a modern-y looking couch, kind of very like squared off, and it was like leather with kind of like a suede thing underneath, like for the main cushions. It was just like a rock. Oof. It was so uncomfortable, and everybody gave him shit. Everybody gave him shit for it. So he once he moved out of that place that he had, he put it in like a back room, and then we moved to his newest place. He just got rid of it. And it wasn't in bad shape. He just it was so uncomfortable. And of course, that was like the only option he had to sleep on when I would go stay with him. So it was like almost better to sleep on the ground. I would often bring my own air mattress, so I didn't have to sleep on the couch because it was so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I would go ground. Ground is good. It's been a while since I've done a nice ground sleep, but
it can be good. It can be, depends on how you want to sleep.
It's good for the back.
Yeah, if you try sleeping on the side, you're going to be like, your shoulder's going to be hurting.
You got to be passed out drunk, pretty much.
Yeah, yes, you're right. Passed out drunk anywhere is almost fine though.
Then you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm on the ground.
Right? Yes.
If I can't scuba, then what's this all been about? What am I working toward?
I feel lost. I'm coming back into the studio here.
Yeah.
So you guys saw a sneak preview of, if you watch on YouTube, and for the 3 seconds where I turn my background off.
Studio. Yeah. Exactly. Nice. All right. Well, email the show, chubstep.podcast@gmail.com. Check us out on Instagram so you can vote in the poll that's coming up. Rate the show on Spotify. I had some controversial Spotify ratings recently that we did not appreciate.
Do we have even more?
But to counteract that, anybody that's listening, please rate us 5 stars on Spotify.
Yeah,
or whatever you
do it
listen
on your
to your
friend's
podcast.
phone. Take it
and do it on your friend's phone.
People's phones, go to it next time you're in a bar. Act like you're giving somebody your phone number. Be like, oh my God, I'm so into you. Let me put my number in your phone. Take their phone, go to the podcast app or Spotify or both. Rate us 5 stars
and subscribe.
Yes. They'll love it.
And then grab their Venmo, send yourself like $5 for doing a good deed.
I would send more.
And then give them a fake number.
Yep. Pretty much.
Unless you like this person, don't do the Venmo thing and then give them your real number.
I would do the Venmo too.
You should probably do the Venmo thing. I mean,
one night on the couch. Come on.
Yeah,
It's
what's the big
worth
deal?
it.
It's worth it, exactly. New episodes every Thursday. Share this with a friend. The show has ended. Be gone.
Now you know you got to go.
Peace. This is Yasin.